Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of map making. Today I am going to teach you how I did the redstone of the PvP arena that we've been building. So let's go through the initial starting phase of the arena. So first off, the very first thing it does is clear everyone's inventory. Then it sets everyone's game mode to 2, and then there's this teleportation. Now the teleporter will teleport, it executes from the starting name, so this slime's name is Temple, and if you're on a radius of, we'll make it 6 of Temple, then it will teleport a random player to a random spawn point, and that's, the slime's name is spawn1, and it will only work if you specify the type of entity, because if you just write at R, then it will just assume a player. So that's very important. About a tick later, it will set your spawn point into this box here. I will explain that later. And then this is the equipment section. So these are the different bows you can get for the different classes. And here is your armor. And here is your arrow. These items actually aren't being used. It will reset everyone's death counter, so it sets everyone's death to 0, resets everyone's kills counter, just in case I wanted to use it. Replace item for the chest, legs, and boots, and show deaths. So scoreboards, objectives, set display sidebar, deaths. And it also gives you a potion too. The very next thing that happens, this sets a redstone block right here, so it starts a clock. Now, this is just for the classes. I will explain this soon. This is for the effect. Well, this is actually for this part here. Now, what it does is that it will affect all entities within a radius of 17 with resistance 100 for 2 seconds. That's important because fall damage is carried over even during teleportation. And then this is the teleport command, so executes at e name equals TP, and then it will TP all entities that are not slime, because the entity is a slime, within a radius of 15 to the barrier blocks on top. This is the spawn point. A player will get spawned in here when they die, and then this command is active. It will teleport all players in adventure mode to a random slime named spawn1, and it will teleport all players in game mode 3, so if they are dead, spectator mode, then they'll be teleported to a random player. So in case you were wondering, here's one spawn point, spawn1, he's persistent and he's invulnerable, but not when the player is in creative mode. So if I just punched him, there, my spawn point is gone. Now this system is basically the end game system. This is the elimination system actually, we'll go through this. Test for anyone with a score of deaths, that's more than 5, or 5 or more. And then it sets their game mode to 3, spectator mode, and then it will say that they've been eliminated, and then their deaths will be set back to 0. Simple as that. Now this command here is testing for a glass bottle. So when you drink a water bottle, you're left with a glass bottle, which is a different ID. So, and then it will run these series of command blocks. It will say, well, everyone that's in adventure mode wins, so that basically anyone who's not dead. It will go scoreboard objective. It will remove the scoreboard objective of deaths, because the sidebar can get pretty crowded with other random entities. And then it will set all players' kills to 0. Then it will set their spawn point to outside. Then it will add the death count again. And then it will kill the skeleton up there. I'll go through him soon. And then it sets everyone's game to adventure mode, teleports them to outside, sets their bow score to 0, I'll explain that too, and sets this block here to air, so the clock stops. The very same thing happens when there are no more people in adventure mode. So once everyone is in spectator mode, then this will turn off, this torch will turn on, and the process will happen again. As for the skeleton, very simple, just 2 command blocks. One tests if there is a skeleton, so found skelly, hey, and if that's true, then this torch will be off, but as soon as the skeleton dies, then this will turn off, this will turn on, and it will just summon another one. Alright, the class system. You right click something, and it changes your bow score. That's simple. You can also use MC Stacker to generate these signs. It is pretty cool, but when you right click them, it just changes the score. That one has an extra command on it, so that's why it says I have chosen the skeleton bow. So what do these determine? Well, first off, determines what bows you get. So replace entity at all score bow equals 1. Slot hotbar 0 Minecraft bow, and then it's got whatever tags you want, so that's the skeleton bow, and then that's the golem bow, and so on. Now this system here is what determines what potion effects everyone gets, with the exception of the creeper, which is a bit special. So skeleton has nothing. Spider, pretty simple. Jump boost. I'll tell you how it goes. Score bow minimum equals 2, score bow equals 2, so you have to have a score of 2, and it will give you speed. I put true on the end so there's no particles, and then jump boost. The golem, resistance, pretty simple. Blaze, same kind of deal, fire resistance, jump boost, and slowness. We'll come back to the creeper. The enderman, that's just a replace item command that's constantly moving, so you always have ender pearls. The creeper. Now this was kind of a tough one to code, but alright, so if your score bow is 5, so that's the creeper, then it will set all arrows within a radius of 4 to bow 5. And then it will execute to all players, so the creeper, and it will execute to the arrow, provided it has those scores. If it's within a radius of 6 and outside a radius of 4, then it will summon a creeper which will instantly explode. This one here will kill any arrows if there's a creeper, so it doesn't constantly spawn in creepers. This one will add a life score to it, and this one will kill all arrows that have a life score of 15. So that's it, that's the whole system. Wow, I'm surprised. So, it's a short one. Thank you very much everyone for watching. I am so glad to have the amount of subscribers that I do. I know that sounds corny and stuff, but I really wouldn't be doing this if I was not growing much. So this whole arena, it's actually unfinished. That's why I'm waiting to get 250 subscribers before I release it. Same with my circuits concept. I'm not holding it hostage. I just want to know if it's worth the effort finishing, because the last little tweaks are quite difficult to add, and I just want to know if it is worth doing. So, thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.